No, I didn't walk into it, and it's something I definitely learned watching my manager, do it, and then seeing it happen over and over again. So it really, for me, what it took was learning to be confident. You know, I was so fixated on, I just got here, I just graduated from college a year ago, I don't know anything, you know. But they said, no, you know, you're here, you're part of a company, you know, the consulting company that has a lot of expertise in it, and you have the resources to get the right answer. And you're a smart person, you're competent, so, you know, go out there, listen, tell them, you know, what can be done. If you don't know the answer, go back, get the answer, come back to them. So the confidence was key. I think I've become a lot more confident speaking to a broad range of people in the company, from, you know, an assistant to someone to the president of the company. I actually just had a call this morning with the president of the company. So yeah, the confidence helps. The number one lesson is just being confident and kind of believing in my own abilities to do things. I was very fixated on, you know, I'm inexperienced and I just got out of college and I've never worked in business before. I'd never taken a business class. But really what I found is that you just have to kind of, you know, think on your feet, believe that you can get through it, and be confident enough in the way that you carry yourself and communicate to make other people to believe it too. And then the rest takes care of itself, mostly. But I mean, maybe I didn't even value my Georgetown degree as much as I should have initially. But I'm really seeing that not only having the name Georgetown, but it's true that, you know, the way that professors teach here and what they expect of their students is at a higher level than some other schools. And I do feel confident about that now, you know, being out in the real world and working with other recent graduates. I've had a really good experience on my current project. You know, now that I've been working for a year and a half, I had been working for a year and a half when I went to this project in Dublin, and so I developed some core skills in terms of the actual work that I need to be doing. But what really took me by surprise going to Ireland was being a woman and minority in a workplace, which maybe I don't know why it wasn't such a big issue in other projects, but here I was in a very male-dominated workplace, and I was a minority in a country that doesn't have very many minorities. And so I'm actually the only African person in the entire building where I work. So I did feel like I stood out quite a bit. And then kind of being in meetings, and initially I wasn't being heard all the time. My opinion wasn't being taken into consideration sometimes. But now, you know, it's been 7 months and I've developed a very good relationship with the client, and I am heard. I'm seen as the project manager, and they listen to what I have to say and they seek my feedback, and that's just really rewarding. Both as, you know, it makes me feel like I'm good at my job, but then it's particularly rewarding because I know how I felt when I first went there, being a woman and being a minority, and now to see them, you know, kind of value my opinion makes me feel pretty good. Yeah, I'd probably spend less time worrying about what to do after college. Because, I mean, I couldn't have planned doing this job for, you know, a small consulting firm that specializes in supply chain management and procurement. Like, it was just nothing I could have ever thought of doing, you know. But no matter how, I spent so much time in college thinking about what should I do, or, you know, what's the next step. And of course it's important to think about it and set yourself up for what you want to do, especially if you know what you want to do. But I didn't know, and it's okay not to know. And so I'm lucky in that I'm in a good place where I was in a good school and had good opportunities in front of me. So if I should have just relaxed more and taken what came to me instead of stressing about it all the time. Like I said before, I don't want to stay in corporate world forever. And I was really just getting this experience to be able to go to business school and then eventually work in international development. So I thought, it would be good to take some time, in the fields and go see if my theories on being able to merge business and development are actually legitimate. And so I was advised actually to apply for a Fulbright scholarship. And I wrote a proposal to go to Ethiopia and study the reforms the government has made to increase private sector activity, and then looking to kind of interview people who have started their own companies there, and the people that they're employing and such. And so I got the award, and I'm going to go in the fall to Ethiopia for 10 months. Oh my gosh, so many things. I still don't know. Which I learned is okay not to know. What did I want to be? I really was one of those kids that just wanted to be everything. Like, I wanted to be a doctor at one point, I wanted to be a lawyer at one point, I wanted to be a foreign service officer at one point. So there's really nothing, and I still don't know what I want to be. But so really, I guess the guiding principle is like, just do whatever is making me, like, feels right at the time and whatever's interesting at the time. So I applied that to what I studied in school. Maybe, I heard my family saying that's not a practical major. Like, what are you going to do with that? But I just didn't worry about it and studied what was interesting to me.